Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
How's it going, man?
Good.
What is this?
This is a piece of the flag that was carried by Teddy Roosevelt's Rough Riders that went up San Juan Hill,
Okay.
and some photos that go with it.
This is a piece of the flag that they brought up San Juan Hill,
Yes,
the most famous battle of the Spanish-American War.
yes.
That's pretty amazing.
Anything that's associated with Teddy Roosevelt is a really rare piece. Teddy Roosevelt was only really with the Rough Riders for about a year, so there isn't much out there. I'm asking $8,000 for this piece, but as everything that I bring in, it's always negotiable.
So this is...
This is actually the guidon from, I believe it's Company F, or Troop F, as it would be called in the cavalry.
The guidon, like, signifies their unit.
Yeah, it's not the U.S. colors, the regimental colors, it would be the company flag.
You got, like, paperwork and stuff that goes with it, or?
Well, I had a handwritten note from the guy who was given the piece of the flag. It was a common practice to souvenir out flags in the military, in the Civil War, and the Spanish-American War. Certain people would get a piece of that flag.
Okay. Yeah, 1898, he's Undersecretary of the Navy. Middle of the night, there was a telegram that the Spanish fleet was getting close to the American fleet. Next thing you know, he goes, just fire on them. Basically starts the Spanish-American War all by himself, and almost immediately forms the Rough Riders, wants to go to Cuba and fight, basically because he wanted to be president one day.
This is cockier than you. A cocky nerd.
This is something you never hear about today. A high-up government bureaucrat resigning his position so he can lead volunteers into war. It just doesn't happen anymore. And this is just one of many stories that made Teddy Roosevelt larger than life. And this one went up San Juan Hill.
He has a list of battles here. San Juan, July 1st through 4. Well, it went everywhere the Rough Riders went.
All right. This is neat. I really like this.
Well, good.
What do you want to do with it?
I want to sell it.
And how much you want?
$8,000.
Holy. I'm going to call up Mark and have a look at this. I just want to make sure everything is right.
Okay. I think Mark knows his items for the most part, but he's looked at my things before, and sometimes he gets it right, and sometimes he doesn't.
Eric, you're
Hey.
in there too.
How you doing?
How are you?
How's it going?
What's up, buddy? So, what have we got this time?
Part of the flag that went up San Juan Hill.
Rough Rider flag. It's actually the guidon.
Okay. The interesting thing when you're talking about San Juan Hill, you're talking about the Rough Riders and that, and the Rough Riders had their own flag. The guidons, each troop would have one of those. The term Rough Riders actually was taken from Buffalo Bill Cody's Wild West show and Congress of Rough Riders. So, what's your concerns here?
Is this the flag that went up San Juan Hill?
Well, do you mind if I take a closer look at it?
Sure.
San Juan, July 1st to 4th, 1898. Very nice. That's the one that everybody's heard of. The Rough Riders running up this hill, which is always kind of interesting because this was a cavalry group. The cavalry are on horses. San Juan Hill, they're on foot.
I guess that would make a lot more sense. I mean, if you're trying to go up a hill on horses and they're firing down on you, you would make a much easier target on a horse.
Sort of. But looking at the material itself, it's absolutely correct for the time period. And given this note, I do believe that this was a piece of Troop F's guidon. But it doesn't say that it went up the hill, that it went into battle. You know, because at San Juan Hill, they were on foot. They weren't carrying guidons.
The way this is written, it says, you know, engaged at
Yes.
the following battles.
Yeah.
Piece of the
But that's
guidon,
true.
engaged
No.
at.
Doesn't say anything about being used in battle. It just says, these are the battles we were in. So when it comes to whether it went up San Juan Hill, probably not.
Well, I think I got what I want, man.
All righty, well, thank you.
To say that it didn't go up San Juan Hill is just, I think it's wrong. You know, it says right on the note that it was engaged at those battles, and I'm gonna trust the word of someone who was there versus someone who was not there.
It's really cool, but I don't think it's worth nearly as much as what you're asking for it. It didn't go up San Juan Hill.
Even if they fought dismounted, I think that went up.
I don't see it $8,000. I see it a lot less than that.
How lot less?
I'm not even gonna make you an offer. We're just so far off. I'm sorry, man.
All right.
Okay?
So glad you're here. I would have paid a lot of money for that thing.
You'll come back with some more stuff, you know? I'm not gonna pay a lot of money for something unless I know 100% it's the real deal. But I know Eric will come back with something cool. He always does.